Welcome to another top pick based on originality, condition, and price. Our feature car today is a 1991 Mercedes-Benz 300 CE Coupe. You're going to really like this car, folks. My name is Rob Loferis. You're watching Rob's Top Car Picks. Let's go check this car out. I found this car on Bring a Trailer this morning. I'm on there often. It's a 1991 Mercedes-Benz 300 CE. It's got 121,000 miles, a little bit on the high side. It's a private party sale, not a dealer. The current bid is $7,100. I think there was like 11 bidders on the car when I looked at it this morning. It's got tons of service history, which is really cool. A lot of work was done on the engine. So this car is probably going to bring top dollar on this because of all the service work that was done on the car. And the car appears to be in really, really nice shape. The W124 Coupe also came in a convertible later on. It came in a sedan, of course, and also the wagon, which is to this day, the wagons, the 300 wagons are really bringing some big money still. So, but this is a real nice car. Let's dive into the actual listing and talk about it. Nice thing about Bring a Trailer is disclosure, and they require one of their own to go down there and take photos of the car. But there is a buyer's fee of 5% to pay. And the other thing I want to talk about is that, whatever it costs you to ship a car anywhere around the country in an enclosed trailer 6 years ago or 5 years ago, just double it. So at one time, I could bring a car from California to New York for $1,800 in an enclosed trailer. And that was only, a couple years before COVID. And now I had a quote yesterday for $3,800 to bring a car I was interested in from California to New York. And I just passed on the car. So a lot of things take in consideration. When you buy a car on Bring a Trailer, they give you good disclosure, but it doesn't mean you can relax looking through the car. A lot of times, if it's an expensive car, if you're up there a $50,000 range or so, you probably want to get other eyes on the car before the auction ends and pay somebody to look at the car for you. So it's a great site. It's probably the best site when it comes to disclosure, but they're still, when you read their copy and, you read what they talk about, they're definitely more on the seller side, and they're softer on disclosure. So they'll say things like, paint work looks very nice, instead of saying, we noticed overspray. It's obvious this car was repainted. They're not going to do that. So you still have to use your eyes and get into it. But the work that was completed since 2002 included converting the air conditioning system over, replacing the radiator. Yeah, you do that. The distributor cap, okay, that's not normal. But he did a head gasket on the car, and he did the timing chain sensor. Now, these 3-liter inline engines, gas engines, they're very reliable. And for him to do the head gasket and the timing chain on the car, and I'm sure he did the guides as well. That's a lot of the work. So this car hopefully can give you another 100,000 miles and then some. But you want to make sure that you buy this car right, because once you buy this car, pay the buyer's fee, and ship the car back home, you're going to be underwater on this car for the next 2-3 years until the car appreciates some more, which it will, but it's going to take a whole period of 5 years to, realize that. So what you want to do is try to buy cars right so you can drive them, clean them, and enjoy them at this price range. This car probably go over $16,000, I'm thinking. But again, it's really based on, how many bidders get on this thing. But the car looks very original. Yeah, they had a window sticker of $60,000, which was expensive. Mercedes-Benz made an SEC coupe as well. That was based off the S Class, and that car had an MSRP of like $90,000, $85,000. So these two coupes, the 300 CE coupe and the SEC, they were special cars back then and very distinctive in their design and styling. So let's just look real quick at some of the photos. One of the things you notice right away is the wheels are beautiful. Paintwork looks really nice. The interior on this car is fabulous. I love the contrasting colors with the white with the Palomino interior. I think it's very pretty. All the bright work looks original. The bumpers don't look Chad. I'm hoping no repaint is on the bumpers and things like that, because the car looks very, very clean. Um, so just a quick walk around on the outside of the car. I like it a lot. The car's got a sunroof. Uh, areas that I like to look at include the gas caps because that's where you see overspray and things like that. And that looks very original. Not saying that you can't buy these decals and put these decals on, but you can tell, when a car is repainted in areas like this most of the time. And that looks very original. The interior on this car is fabulous. I mean, no wear and tear. Um, really a nice look. It's really a four passenger, but I don't believe. Yeah, you can get a third person back there, but it's not going to be that comfortable. Again, the wheels look really nice. The lugs in the wheels look like they're newer. These had a tendency of bending with using the wrong torque sequence. So he may have changed those lug nuts on there, which was common back in those days to do. Um, let's see, undercarriage photos. Let's hope there are some photos of the undercarriage somewhere. Um, let's see, any undercarriage photos. A lot of photos. Here's some undercarriage photos. Let's get into that a little bit. Yeah, this is all original Mercedes-Benz undercoating from the factory. Um, I don't see any leakage and things like that. Sway bar looks like somebody wiped it down recently, so there might have been some leakage and somebody put a rag on there to clean it. So it's possible there might be some drippings here from the oil pan and things like that. They're hard to get to too, these oil pans, so it's not that easy to change. But I've done a few. But I don't see any rust, and that's one of the first things you want to look for is rust. Again, this looks all original. Doesn't look like it's been repainted. Looks like maybe the transmission was serviced at one time. Um, yeah, that looks nice. Looks original underneath the car and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, for me, I'm liking this car a lot. I'm thinking, where is the price on this car? Well, if you look at Bring a Trailer, if you do a Google search, or actually your own search on Bring a Trailer, you'll see there was 97 auctions on Bring a Trailer for the same car. So you can gauge the market price by diving into each car. But after doing that a little bit this morning, I'm thinking this car, anything under $16,000 on this car, is probably going to be well bought. With one day to go with 11, 12 people on it, it's probably going to get up to $15,000, $16,000, I think, especially in the original condition that this car appears to be in. The interior, especially, is very, very nice and all. So that's it. That basically is our top pick for this morning. There's a lot here to consider and review. When you look at Bring a Trailer, you got to really do your homework, read every sentence, look at the Carfax, and then consider on a piece of paper, if you buy this car, after you pay the auction fee and after you ship it back home, where will you be on this price based on what the market is on the car? So I try to buy local as much as possible just for that. And I try not to use Bring a Trailer because I don't like paying buyer's fees. But I have to tell you that there are some really nice cars to be found on Bring a Trailer. And I also have to say that if I had something as special as this car, I'd probably put it on Bring a Trailer to try to maximize my selling price. So that's about it. For more details on this car, you will go to our Facebook page. You'll find that right over there. The Facebook group is that link there that'll take you to Daily Classics. You'll see the car there along with all the other cars that we post here in our channel. Thank you all for joining me today, and thank you for your support. Please become a subscriber to this page as well. We like to grow this page and do live Q&A during the month of April. And thank you all for joining me this morning, and have a great weekend, and happy holidays. Bye-bye.